Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from Holsinger's Fly Shop, bringing you another quick and simple fly tying video this week. It's a nymph pattern and it's a cased caddis pattern. We have a lot of them in my area, so I'm always trying to mess around and tweak things and just change things a little bit to see if I can do something a little bit different that I like a little better. This is one of those cases. I've been tweaking and playing with this one, and I think I finally got it dialed into where I like it. Here you're going to see a picture of it. It's the Mono Cased Caddis. I think you're going to like it, and then you'll see the material list to tie it. Okay, here you see the Mono Cased Caddis in the vise. There's how it's going to ride in the stream. Very easy pattern. Let's get into tying it. We're going to use one of our Holsinger Fly Shop jig hooks. This one's a size 12. You can definitely tie them smaller. I tied them down into 16s. They look great. I'm using a black 3.5 millimeter bead here for this size 12. Match your bead up to your hook. For thread, what I'm going to start out with is some fluorescent chartreuse. This is 70 denier. And I'm going to wrap it on here, get it started, and then I'm going to wrap it back around the bend of the hook. I'm going to wrap it back, I don't know, about a quarter of the way around the bend. And I'm going to come in with a Sharpie. And I'm just going to color about, 2 inches max probably. About 2 inches of it I'm going to change to black, and this is going to create the head on my fly. So I'm just going to make a ball out of that black thread there, and that's going to create the head on the worm that's going to stick out through the cased caddis. Then I'm going to come back up on the top of the hook here, and we're going to put on what's going to become the worm. This is some Sufix. This is 10 pound. This is actually what I use for my leader right now, the Sufix Hi-Vis yellow. Even clear mono would work with the fluorescent showing through. It would work just fine. It'll give you that segmented look. But this Sufix looks great on here. It comes through really nice and bright with the UV color underneath it here. So all I'm going to do is wrap that down the side, wrap it back to that black, and then once I get it back at that black, I'm just going to make about 6 or 7 there. Wraps around here just to give a nice segmented worm look sticking out the end of my caddis. Okay, once I get that on, about 6 wraps or so, I'm going to tie it off. And what I like to do is wrap it down once or twice, and then I like to get it up the side, going up the other side of the hook so I usually tie it down on the front side of the hook, and then on the back side I'll wrap on the other side, I'll wrap it back up the other side to even out the body there, make it nice and uniform shaped. So there you can see it's nice and even, both sides going up. So I can build up a little bit of body here, but I don't want to build up too much. I don't want to go overboard on this. I still like to keep my flies thin. So build up a little bit of body. What you can do next then, this one you can do or not do, it doesn't really matter. Put a little bit of UV glue on there just to secure that, especially the color on that black thread there. Hit that with your light to protect it. And then we're going to put some legs on this fly. For legs, I just had a pheasant rump laying around, so I'm just going to use some pheasant rump feathers here. Definitely use whatever you have, whether that be partridge or whatever you want. And I'm going to pull off a clump of them like that, I don't know, one side of it. And I'm going to set it on top. I want it to go just out past the head of it there. And then I'm going to kind of just pinch it and wrap it around the hook shank. And as I do that, I just tie it down and wrap up to that body. Now, I don't get real picky. I'll try to spread them around a little bit. Make them go the whole way around like you see there. And then we're going to cut the butt sections off. You can actually do without the legs on this fly and it'll fish just fine. Just tweak them, push them around, try to get them evenly the whole way around, but if not, it's fine. Trout aren't going to care. They shouldn't be looking at it long enough to be that picky with it. Next thing I'm going to put on is a piece of small black ultra wire. And I'm just doing this to protect the case caddis here, the case of it that we're going to put on next, which is some turkey tail. And this is just going to strengthen the fly a little bit. So just wrap that on, wrap it back to your legs, and then I'm going to come in with a turkey tail. Just using a big old turkey tail, cutting off about, I don't know, 10 fibers of it. And then I'm just going to trim the end off so I have something to tie down. When I tie it down, I'm going to tie it down with the top of the feather onto the body. So top side gets tied down, so when it wraps with the top side up. Wrap that back to those legs again, then come up to your head, and then we're just going to wrap the case up here. This is going to make the case of our case caddis. Wrap it right up to that bead. One or two wraps tied off there. Trim our butt section. And then come through with this black. You could do gold, you can do whatever color you want here. I don't really care. 2 or 3 wraps, tie that off. And then I don't want a little green tag back here at the back, so I'm just going to come in with my black marker again. Instead of changing threads, I'm just going to come in with my black marker. Change the color of my thread that way. And whip finish it off. And we're done. Very easy fly. Very easy one to tie, very buggy looking, and it's going to sink through the water column fast for you, just like you want to get down to the bottom into the fish. Okay guys, I hope you liked that video. Very, very simple. Like I said in my video real quick there, this is what I'm using for my leader setup. Now I'm using this Sufix Hi-Vis yellow for my leader. I'm not a competition fisherman, so I'm running like 30 foot of this off my fly line and coloring the last 2 feet of it with Scientific Angler leader markers. I like it. I can really see it a lot. I get about 2 days worth of fishing out of it, and then I swap it out. It works real well. You buy a 330 foot long spool of it, so you have plenty of line to use. I'm going to get 2 seasons out of it probably, or 1 spool. But I wanted to find another use for it, and I thought, man, that'll be a good color for a worm, for my case caddises. So I tried it, and I really like this pattern. I think you guys will too. So play around. If you don't have that high-vis yellow, use the yellow thread and tie some clear mono over top of it, just to give you that body segmentation underneath your fluorescent chartreuse thread, or over top of it, I should say. So experiment, have fun. That's what fly tying is all about, finding what works in your area. If you'd like me to tie any of these for you, like always, guys, reach out to me at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. And if you want any of the material, you can find it, and you can find that leader material that I use at our website too, at holsingersflyshop.com. So thanks for watching, guys. I enjoy bringing these videos to you and can't wait to bring you another one next week. I'm Sean Holsinger.